Hey Spacers, and welcome to the official Learn to Play video for Enormity, now available as a brand new demo on Tabletop Simulator.
Whether this is your first run or you're back from the old demo, we're going to walk you through everything you need to jump in, including the latest rule updates, new features, and how to navigate the TTS mod. The game has evolved. A lot has been added, tweaked, or refined since the last demo. We'll highlight the most important parts here, but if you want the full picture, the changelog in the mod covers every change in detail. The updated demo isn't just faster and cleaner to play, it's also a good time to introduce you all to the second campaign of the game, Black Compromat. Where Dark of the Sun was loud, radioactive, and desperate, Black Compromat is quieter, stranger, slower, built around suspicion and the slow unraveling of trust. Expect new discoveries, new mechanics, and a different kind of horror. When you load the mod, you'll notice that the first map of the game is already fully set up on the table. You can jump right into the action without manual setup. Later in the game, when you reach the second map, you'll handle that setup yourself, using tiles and tools from the component area. All additional components you might need, like map tiles, tokens, markers, and special items, are stored neatly in the component area. It's your toolkit. You can grab anything from there during the game as needed. Each player starts with their own spacer card, suit card, Rubicon connector with adrenaline, stress, and vitals trackers. Just grab your spacers set up from the player area and you can begin. Before we show you a full sample round, here's a quick look at the core structure of the game. Don't worry, we'll go into more detail later. In a full campaign, extraction runs begin with the story phase, location setup, and a safe house phase. But for this tutorial, we're keeping things simple. Just read the main goal and scenario intro in the Mythos book. Each game of Enormity is a self-contained mission, an extraction run made up of several rounds. Every round has 3 phases, always resolved in the same order. Countdown phase. Players move the countdown marker 1 space down the countdown track. Players resolve any blip tokens, intruders, and discovery tokens on the current countdown space, as well as spawn new blips. Spacer phase. Each spacer takes 1 turn. Spacers can take their turns in any order they like. A spacer may play up to 3 action cards per turn, as well as perform any other abilities once. Intruder phase. The intruder phase occurs when at least 1 intruder is on the board. Each intruder activates once. There have been quite a few important changes since the last TTS version. We'll focus here on what matter most during gameplay, especially the spacer phase. For a full list of updates, take a look at the changelog included in the mod. In the spacer phase, each player will get 1 turn. During that turn, you can play up to 3 action cards to perform various actions like moving, attacking, or scouting. In addition to those, you may also trigger spacer abilities or activate stratagems. These are not limited by the 3-card action limit. Remember, spacers can take their turns in any order the group or you decides. The flow of a spacer's turn follows a very simple order. Clear action cards. Take the actions cards you've played during the last turn back into your hand. Play action cards. Play action cards one at a time. This means that you play a card, resolve its effects, and only then proceed to playing another card. Some actions are preceded by an adrenaline symbol. When performing such action, you have to first raise your adrenaline by 1 and activate all Rubicon bonuses from your Rubicon connector up to your adrenaline level. See spacer tokens and spacer timing in changelog. Blip movement and alert spawn. Draw the scanner card and resolve blip movement by indicated values. See blip movement in changelog. If the number of alert tokens on alert card is 6+, then spawn a new blip. See blip spawn in changelog. Milling the spacer pool. Discard all tokens from the active pool. Then move all tokens from the incoming pool to the active pool. End your turn. Resolve all end of turn effects and proceed to another player. Let's walk through a quick example round so you can see how it all fits together on table. We will purposely skip all the story bits so you can experience it firsthand when you play. Move the countdown marker one space down the countdown track. Start with space 9 on the first turn. Then, read paragraph 1 in the Mythos book. Chose the first spacer to activate. Place priority target marker on their class card. Spacer in Moth Suit chooses actions to play. Drift. Yellow action card. Lets me move up to 4 spaces. Thanks to the bypass keyword, I can even move through spaces with intruders. This one adds 2 alert tokens to the alert card. My second move is Drift Reload. Move 1 and rearm, add 1 alert token to the alert card. I can use the alternative effect of this yellow action card, but in my situation it's not required, and I would have to increase my stress by 1. Now that I'm standing on space with an engram, I'm using Interact action to pick this engram up by paying 1 stress for this action. This action has been removed from the action cards. Everyone has access to it. See Interact in the changelog. Last action of my turn is Analyze, from which I can place 2 tokens. Let's say Confidence and Expertise to the incoming spacer pool. At the same time, my adrenaline is going 1 space up, and I'm putting an additional tokens indicated on my Rubicon track into the incoming spacer pool. To wrap up my turn, I have to perform a blip movement and mill the spacer pool. We'll walk through one now, step by step. First, draw a card from the appropriate scanner deck. Align the scanner card's bottom left quadrant with the corresponding one on the map. The placement of intruder symbols on the card corresponds to the 4 quarters of the map page, and the amount of symbols indicates by how many intersections all blips in that quarter should be moved. You will notice that scanner cards now include directional information at the top of the card. These determine whether a blip should move horizontally or vertically first. It is especially helpful when a blip must move in a zigzag pattern. For the rest of the movement, all general movement rules apply. Begin moving blips by the specified number of intersections, starting from the bottom left quarter and going clockwise. The center of the scanner card is now the center of the map page, not the relative position of the spacer. Blip movement is resolved for all revealed map pages, starting from the map with the spacer who triggered blip movement. Marcus is wearing a first contact suit. Let's take advantage of its diagonal movement to cut through the corridors fast by combining Tactical Reload Walk, 1 alert, and Tactical Walk, 1 alert, yellow action cards. As you can see, we can diagonally pass through the doors, which helps especially here, where my goal is to cross the main corridor as fast as possible to get closer to the precious engrams. After playing first action card and generating 1 alert, I have to take the priority target token and place it on my class card. After resolving the second yellow action card, I'm left with the last action card. Before I play it, let's see if any blip is in scout range. It appeared to be just in my suit's scout range. If it wasn't be the case, I could activate the additional effect of Tactical Walk. I decided to use Scout from blue action card, and using Scout action raises my adrenaline by 1 and leaves 1 discipline token in the incoming spacer pool. To resolve Scout, I have to roll 1 white dice in the hope of rolling 2 powers. Oof, I didn't manage in the first roll, but I will spend 1 confidence token to re-roll. As I successfully scouted an intruder, I can immediately perform an attack. Attack sequence has been changed, and in this iteration of the game looks like this. 1. Choose weapon and target. 2. Deplete ammo or charge. 3. Resolve the attack roll. 4. Resolve intruder responses. 5. Suppress. 6. Generate alert. We will shoot with our dumb pistol. And Hollowed is in range. Before we resolve the attack roll, we are depleting 1 ammo and rolling 3 white dice. Well, we did what we could, but unfortunately, Intruder survived the attack. We needed 5 powers, but even discipline won't help us here. Hollow doesn't have any fail response. At least we leave behind 1 suppress token and generate 1 alert. Unfortunately, that's all we could do this turn. As a consequence of our actions, we accumulated over 6 alert tokens. This means Blip will spawn just after we resolve Blip movement phase. To spawn a new blip, we search for a quadrant with a dot on it on the scanner card and place a blip from the blip pool that corresponds with the countdown track. In our case, 1 blip from the white pool lands on its spawn point. Now let's mill the spacer pool and end our turn. Unused spacer tokens from the active spacer pool can be placed on the stratagem card to unlock it later. 3rd spacer activates. This one's wearing Contraband Combat S1 suit. Here again, we will play 2 movement cards. Assault Charge with +1 move, for 1 stress and additional alert. This card generates 3 alerts in total and leaves 1 confidence token in the incoming spacer pool. The second movement card allows me to move 3 spaces for 2 alerts and leaves 1 discipline in the incoming spacer pool. Since we are in the attack range of our weapon, let's try to eliminate this hollowed creature. We flip a red action card, raise adrenaline, and place tokens from the Rubicon track into the incoming pool. Now it's time to resolve the attack sequence just like we did before. Hollowed has 5 AT, but we lower it by the amount of suppressed tokens on our target. We managed to roll 3 powers out of 4 needed. Since we have a weapon providing Discipline Spacer token effect, we automatically apply this effect to our attack. We destroyed him, but the nasty creature responded with its effects, which must be resolved right now. To finish our turn, we have to once again move blips and mill the spacer pool. But then, surprise! Blip ambushed one of the spacers by walking into space occupied by a spacer. Intruder reveals itself and performs an ambush attack. It appeared to be Unique Intruder. Draw a random Unique Intruder card and place it on the Intruder board. Then, place a corresponding number token under the spawned intruder to denote this. When you are forced to reveal a blip, and it turns out to be an intruder, that intruder immediately activates. This is called an ambush attack. Resolve Blip Attack Protocol. After resolving Blip Ambush Attack, we ended up badly beaten. The bloater rolled 5 power, but thanks to our armor, we mitigate 1 damage, leaving us with a total of 4. Unfortunately, our spacer was stressed enough for the vitals indicator to meet with the stress indicator, and we have to draw a stress breakdown card. Now finally we can mill the spacer pool and end the turn. Last spacer in standard EV8 suit. We will focus on picking up random discoveries and moving forward, generating as few alerts as possible. We start by moving 4 with a hurried walk. It would normally generate 3 alert, but we spend 2 confidence tokens to lower that to just 1. Wish you luck, Aubrey. You got this! Now we play Anxious Sneaking. Move 3 and increase stress by 1. Discovery tokens are being resolved once we step on them. We can resume our movement after the discovery if possible. When revealing a random discovery, ignore the number. Check its color instead, then find the appropriate section and chapter. Red random discoveries mean you should refer to the section in the Mythos book named Hollowed, while the blue discoveries lead to Shuttle Bay and Cargo. Each section contains a set of discoveries numbered in ascending order, starting from 1. To make a discovery, roll a d10 and add X to the result, where X is the number of discovery tokens already in the discovery discard pile, regardless of color. Lastly, we play our blue action card with Analyze Action to increase the adrenaline and leave tokens. Move blips and mill the spacer pool to end our turn. That ends the spacer phase. And now we move to the intruder phase. And bad news, Intruder targets the same spacer again. If a spacer's vitals hit 0, draw a flat line and hope for the best. We survived and fought through the pain. We can perform a bonus attack. A bonus attack is an effect that allows you to perform an immediate attack, often outside of your turn, and cause a chain break. When you perform a bonus attack, you may, but don't have to, mill your spacer pool first, then resolve your red action card. For the purposes of that bonus attack, you may declare an exhausted or out of ammo weapon, or both, as your active weapon. If you do, unexhaust it or gain exactly 1 ammo for it. Then continue the attack sequence as normal. Now move the countdown tracker once to space right on the countdown track and start a new round. And that's just 1 round. Each decision adds tension, risk, and momentum. You're all set. It's time to jump in and start your first mission aboard the Shepherd. Just head over to the Steam Workshop, search for Enormity TTS Black Compromat Demo, hit subscribe, and you'll find it in your TTS library. Right on the table, you'll also find a Mythos book, changelog, and full rule book. If you enjoyed the game, join our community on Discord. And if you have any feedback, drop it on the #ENOTTS channel. You'll find all the links in the video description. That's it for now. Log in, suit up. The Shepherd is awake, and it's watching. See you on the table.